Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, KayThePA. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about a very important topic, and that's self-care. I don't think we practice this enough. It's something that I've actually been working on, and it's been working for me. So I have a couple of steps that will help you guys on your journey to self-care. But before we begin, I would like you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so you can get all my latest videos. And also, like I stated in my previous video, I completed my website, and you guys can check that out, KayThePA.com or KayThePA.net, whichever one. And really I'm just giving more tips and advice, and how to become an EMT, how to become a tech, and just stuff like that, about my journey. I'm writing a lot about those things on there. So go ahead and check it out, and make sure you also subscribe to my website so you can get all my latest articles. I've been really working hard on my YouTube and my website lately. So I hope you guys have been enjoying that. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first step to self-care is learning to spend time by yourself. And I know it scares some people. They always have to be doing something, but I think it's very important to spend time by yourself, because that's really how you get to know who you are as a person. I spend a lot of time by myself, writing in my journal, and I analyze myself, the good, the bad, the ugly. And when I do this, it enables me to learn about myself and, who I am as a person, the things that are good about me, the things that I need to work on and improve on, so really it just gives you a chance to reflect and a chance to also grow. Because think about it, if you're around people all the time, you don't have that time to yourself to reflect on your actions and your behavior, because you're always susceptible to other people's opinion. So it's really important to spend time by yourself. And also, sometimes it's good to just meditate, and people meditate differently. For me, I wouldn't consider it meditating, but sometimes I'll just lay down, listen to some good music and just relax. I try to stay off social media. I used to check the shade room every morning and stuff. But sometimes we take in some of these things, some of these negativity, subconsciously, and we don't even realize it. It could affect our mood and our behavior, and we don't realize it. So I think it's very important to sometimes just turn off the social media, turn off the Facebook, Instagram. And some people get influenced on Facebook, people post certain things about their lives, how amazing it is. And what happens, some people get, affected by that, and they're like, man, I wish I was this person, or I wish I was in my career, I wish I was doing this. It only depresses you, and most likely they're not living this perfect life that you think they are. So really just get in tune with yourself and just learn how to spend time alone. Also, I forgot to mention that some people, they turn to drugs and alcohol, to numb whatever they're going through, because they don't want to deal with it. But in order to heal and really better yourself as a person, you have to deal with these hard issues. You can't just throw everything under the rug. That is very unhealthy. So, spend time by yourself, write in a journal, write down how you're feeling, and even go see a therapist if you have to. Just do what you got to do to heal yourself and make yourself a better person. All right, so the next step to self-care is positive affirmations. And really, like, the way you talk to yourself, it really depicts like your self-esteem. You know, like if you get up every day and you tell yourself, oh, I'm such a loser, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, I'm too skinny. Like, these things are not gonna make your life any better. You know, like, what helps you is telling yourself that, you know what, I'm a work in progress. Like, you know, I may not be where I want to be, like, you know, whether it's like body wise, you know, maybe you're not like the size 7 that you want to be, you know, but what you can do is say, you know what, instead of me calling myself fat, I'm going to start going to the gym, you know. And you know, you telling yourself these like positive things about yourself, it's only going to affect your self-esteem and make yourself better. You know, so when you get up, tell yourself, I'm beautiful, you know, I'm trying my best, you know. And if you have certain things about your personality that's amazing, like, remind yourself of that. Like, write it on your mirror if you have to, but don't keep talking about how you suck as a person. That is not going to help you. And what I also do is listen to music that reminds me of the kind of person that I am, or the kind of person that I want to be. Like, for example, I listen to that song African Queen because, I mean, I'm a queen. Like, so I listen to this stuff to make myself like remember who I am. You know, Diva by Beyonce. What else? Independent by Webby. Destiny by Buju Banton. These are all songs that I listen to because they remind me of where I'm going or who I am. So just really take note on what you're feeding your brain and what you're saying to yourself, because it will affect you either positively or negatively. All right, so the next step to self-care is just to be careful what you're feeding yourself. And I don't mean just like food. Of course, food is included, but it includes like media, and also like people. Like, you know, who you're listening to matters. You know, if you're around people that are negative and you're just feeding off that negative energy, it's going to affect you. Because, I mean, they always say, like, you're going to be like the 5 people you spend the most time with. You know, so if you're feeding off that negative energy, it's going to affect you in certain ways. You know, and also, like, when it comes to food, you want to make sure you're eating healthy. Like, I mean, I know not everyone is like a health nut, you know, but you want to make sure you're eating food that's going to nourish your body. Like, you can't be at McDonald's every day. Like, you know, and I mean, some people like McDonald's and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like me judging, but you can't be at McDonald's every day and expect to be healthy. You know, you only have one body, so you just got to make sure you're feeding yourself the right food, you know, you're exercising. Like, personally, I'm not gonna sit here and run a marathon, but what I try to do is just be more active, you know, not laying around all day, maybe like go take a walk or something. And also, you know, be careful you're feeding yourself the right media. And by that I mean like books, you know, what you're watching. All this stuff can affect you in certain ways. For example, like, I've been reading a lot of like self-help books, like healing, self-care. All these books have been helping me like tremendously. There's a book called that I'm reading. I'm going to put in the description box, but it's called Deep. What the heck is this book called? Dang it, I forgot the title. Whatever. I'm gonna put it in the description box, and I guarantee you after I'm done filming this, I'm gonna remember it. But it's a really good book. And you know, it's just been helping me like crazy. So I'm gonna put that book in the description box. So just be careful of like what you're feeding yourself and what you're like consuming mentally. and physically, because it could have like effects that you don't even realize. All right, so the next step to self-care is doing what makes you happy. And I mean, that seems like, okay, duh, of course you're gonna do what makes you happy, but some people, they don't do that. They don't take the time out to do things that's gonna, make them happy. Some people work 5-6 days a week, every week, and I understand that sometimes you need the money, but you do have to take those days off where you're doing things for you. Like personally, I like get my hair done, so once I do that, like it makes me feel good. Some people like to shop. I mean, as long as you're not like running up your credit card bill and putting yourself into debt, like there's nothing wrong with that. So just live your life, like I realized, that life is just short. The last time I, remembered, I was like 18 years old, just starting college and everything. And now it's like, wow, like in a couple of years, I'll be 30. And that just seems crazy to me. So honestly, like I'm just like living my life, doing the things I like to do. I mean, I like to travel, make my YouTube videos. I'm working on my website, building my brand. Like these are things I like to do. So I make sure that I do them, and that's what makes me happy. So, do more of what makes you happy and less of what brings you down. Okay, so the next step is to stop comparing yourself to other people. We all have something that's unique about us, and to me, it's like stupid trying to sit there and compete with someone else or compare yourself. Like you may not be where you want in your career and someone else may be very successful, but you have to look at your own circumstances and just work with that. Like you don't know what that other person's been through, and we tend to like judge and be like, oh, how come this person always gets this, or they're always doing that, but you don't know what that person's been through. Like I said in one of my other videos, like some people think that I do everything perfectly or I just get things, but they don't see, the heartache I go through to get to where I am, so always just focus on yourself and don't compare yourself to other people. Don't talk negatively about yourself, that's just going to lead to low self-esteem. So always just like focus on you and stop trying to compare yourself to other people. Oh, and also remember that serenity prayer. It basically says, accept the things that you can't change about yourself and change the things that you can. So, I mean, for example, if you have like dark circles under your eyes and that's something that just like irks you about yourself, just wear makeup, I mean, you're supposed to love yourself either way, but I mean, if it's something that really bothers you, just like wear makeup or something, if that is gonna make you feel more confident in yourself. But I mean, if you have like certain things about yourself that you can't change, you just gotta let that go and stop being so hard on yourself. All right, so the last thing that I would say is just to care less. There's nothing wrong with caring, but sometimes when you care too much about like what people think, that can just kill you. You are always trying to live up to their expectations, and with some people, you'll never meet their expectations. So you really just have to care less about what people think and just like be you. Like there's only one you. There's no other person on this planet that could be me. Okay, so don't even try it. Like I'm gonna be me, and there are people that's just gonna love me for who I am, and then there's other people that's gonna not like me at all, and that's okay. I'm still gonna be me and be around people that love me for me. So, I mean, you just really have to just let go. Like, you know, one thing that I'm practicing now is like detachment, you know, detaching myself from, you know, whether it's like people or results. Like, I'm just detaching myself, you know, just letting things be, you know, and stop, you know, overthinking things so much, you know, like when you care too much about stuff, you start to overthink and then you start to just drive yourself crazy. So really just like care less and be more free to just be you, because there's only one you out there. All right, so those were all my tips for self-care. But I mean, the whole gist of this process is just like learning to just love yourself. You know, like sometimes we seek validation and happiness in other people, but I'm learning that like the main source of happiness should be for me. You know, because when you're happy, like you're not gonna look for happiness in other people, you know, and it's probably like a good thing for them. You know, you're not going to be like so clingy or, you know, need people to love you because you love yourself. And you're only going to have those people in your life that really see you the way you see yourself. So, you know, it's just very important that you know, practice these tips and, you know, whatever else makes you happy, just do it, you know, because you have one life to live and you got to realize how short that is. So why waste time trying to please people when you could just be making yourself happy? Okay, hopefully these were helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and, you know, watch out for my next video. I will be having the college chat video on Friday. So stay tuned for that. And thank you guys. You know, love yourself a little bit more today than you did yesterday. Okay. See you guys later.